Hey there guys, it's Kenzi here from Kenzi Writes. Can you guys believe that it's already Q4? I am having a little internal panic attack, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. The holidays are coming up, and whether you have a service-based business like me, or you have a product-based business, you need to do some kind of preparation before the end of the year. Q4 looks different for everybody. In my business, it's like a couple weeks of it's very quiet, and then it picks up suddenly for initiatives that start in January. So it looks different for every business, but there are a couple of things that I think everybody probably needs to do at the end of the year, so that way we can kick off 2022 without any hassle and hopefully less stress. The first thing that I like to do in Q4 is to crunch all of my numbers. I look at all of the reports that my accountant has run throughout the year, and I get an idea of how much revenue I'm bringing in, what my expenses look like, and try to project that into next year. Obviously things change. For example, the pandemic just totally skewed all of my projections, and I'm sure it did for you guys too. So things do change, but it's valuable to have these projections on hand so I can have an idea of what to expect going forward. Am I growing? Am I stagnating? And from there, you can make decisions based on your financial performance, but you can't know what to do until you know what your numbers are. So if you haven't crunched the numbers yet, please do. The second thing to keep in mind for Q4 is staffing. So in my business, it's pretty much just me in my business. I have a virtual assistant who helps me, but it's just me. In your business, maybe you have some employees, whatever it is, make sure that you're adequately staffed. So in my case, that means letting all my clients know ahead of time, hey, I'm gonna be out of the office for a week for Christmas, here are the dates. I might be delayed to respond. That's staffing in my business. But for other people, that might mean making sure that you have coverage for the holidays, making sure you have backups in place in case people cancel, because stuff happens. Just think about staffing for Q4 because stuff gets really finicky there, and the last thing you want is to get slammed with work and then not have coverage. The third thing to do is to reflect on your business. So I use this time to look at all of my systems and processes. For example, last year I realized that my filming processes for putting out these videos wasn't the greatest, so I sat down and took some time and thought about how I could make it better. If Q4 is your slow season, kind of like it is for me, it's a good time to sit down and do that deep strategic work, thinking about how the business works and how you can make it better. It's also a good opportunity to do a trial run of new processes, so that way you aren't trying to juggle a huge workload while changing something, because I can speak from experience that you will break something and it won't be good. So it's always good to experiment with new things during the slow season if you can. The last thing that I recommend is to thank your customers or your clients. I can't do this for all of my clients, but what I do is I send my retainer clients just a small gift at the end of the year. It changes from year to year. One time I made homemade baked goods, but because of the COVID pandemic, I had to switch to store-bought gourmet chocolate bars, which people were crazy about. So that was really cool, as well as a handwritten card telling them, hey, I appreciate our relationship, I appreciate our business, I'm really grateful for you, I hope you and your family have a good holiday, things like that. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money, just something to let people know they're appreciated. And this is a nice gesture for the holidays, but I have to admit there is a selfish reason for doing it, and it's that it is investing in this client relationship. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I've had a retainer client remember that they need to renew their contract after receiving, a modest thank you gift at the end of the year. These things have an incredible ROI. So even if you have a small business like mine, it's service-based, it's okay to send your clients just a little something, maybe a card, handwritten and heartfelt. That's what people appreciate most, right? So depending on your business, niche, or industry, Q4 might be really slow for you, or it might be absolutely insane. Whatever you do, I still think it's important to do these 4 things so that way you're set up for success going forward.